Okay. Um, this is a question which says in a group of 10 students A to J, each pursuing PhD, every student has chosen two subjects. One as a compulsory subject from among history, chemistry, English, and politics. These are four subjects, and an optional subject from the other four, in which history has been repeated: economics, history, geography, and sociology. Each of the compulsory subjects was chosen by a different number of students, which is at least one, and the same is true for the optional subjects. Okay, so just by reading this line was chosen by different number of students, which was at least one, and the same is true for the optional subjects. There are a total of 10 students. So if one student has chosen one subject, two students will have to choose the other two, three students will have to choose the same subject, and four students will have to choose these four subjects. The sum comes out to be 10, and there are 10 students, and there are four optional as well as compulsory subjects. So we can say that since the number of students opting compulsory subject is different, number of students opting different optional subjects must have been 1, 2, 3, 4 in any order, not respectively. That is true for optional as well. So this is what we can know from this statement. Three students have chosen history as their compulsory subject, and each of these students has chosen a different optional subject, but none of them has chosen sociology. I as in the person I has chosen history as both of his subjects. Both D and H have chosen English as their compulsory subject, and this is the only pair of students in which both the students have chosen the same compulsory subjects as well as the optional subjects, which is different from the compulsory subject. Okay. If we go through all of this, then let's draw a table which will have these 10 people: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and J, and they're going to have some compulsory subjects which are going to be history, uh, then chemistry, then it is going to be English, and this is then going to be politics. And if you look at optional subject, the optional subjects are economics, history again, geography, and sociology. So each student is going to choose two different subjects, and out of these four subjects, one subject has to be chosen by one person, another subject has to be chosen by two, another by three, and another by four. This is true for both the types of optional as well as compulsory subjects that we have. Okay, now let's start filling up. We know that C and E have chosen economics, so C and E have chosen economics. D, H, and A, so D, H, and A, they have chosen the same optional, and out of which D and H have chosen the same compulsory subject as well. The optional subject chosen by B has not been chosen by any other student. So the subject chosen by B as the optional subject among the second set of columns has not been chosen by any other student. So this definitely implies that the remaining four people I, J, F, and G, that is I, J, F, and G, they must have chosen history as their optional subjects. So these four people have chosen for their optional subjects. Because A, H, and D have a different combination of optional, and B has some different optional. Okay. Next, out of these, I has chosen history as his or her compulsory subject. G has chosen politics, and F and J would have chosen chemistry or English in any order. So if you look at F and J, they would have chosen F and sorry, this is I, this is F. F and J must have chosen F and J would have chosen chemistry or English, right? So chemistry or English. So if this is chemistry, this is English, or if this is English, this is chemistry. So let's put an asterisk so that we remember that one of these is going to be chosen. Okay, next, among geography and sociology, one would have chosen by 3, another by 1 student. So economics has been chosen by 2 students, E and C, with that we already have drawn. Hence, so C would have history as compulsory subject, right? So C needs to have history. Now we can deduce that B must have chosen history as compulsory subject as well and geography as optional. Now once we get the option for the optional subject for B, the leftover optional subject sociology, that is going to belong to A, D and H. So geography is opted by 1 student, economics by 2, sociology by 3 and history by 4 students. So this is the combination that we get. Okay, now let's come to compulsory subjects. A could not choose the same subjects as D and H as it is given in the statement as well, and not even G. So A cannot choose something from D and H, and same as G. So A cannot have politics, and D and H, they both are going to have the same compulsory subject. So the leftover part is that he's going to have chemistry. So chemistry is chosen by A. F and J have chosen chemistry English as their compulsory subject in any order. Now about D and H we cannot actually concur because one is going to be one subject, the other, so politics is chosen by 1, English so far is by 2, chemistry English is so far by 1, chemistry by 2, or chemistry by 1 and English by 2. This is completely dependent upon what F and J are going to choose, and history by 3. So 1 among chemistry and English has to be 1 and 4. The other 2 is going to come from the 2 members D and H. Now let's look at questions. How many students have chosen geography as the optional subject? So geography as the optional subject, we have a total of 2. So sorry, geography, this is 1 not 2, so economics is 2, geography is 1. So this is chosen by just B. So only 1 student have chosen, that is B has chosen the geography as optional subject. Next question, who has chosen chemistry and sociology as his or her compulsory and optional subjects respectively? Chemistry and sociology. So let's look at chemistry and sociology. This is done by A. Chemistry and sociology not by F. Chemistry and sociology not by J. So this is A. Next is the compulsory subject chosen by F is, the compulsory subject chosen by F can be either chemistry or English. We cannot concur. So it is going to be either chemistry or English. Hence the right answer is D. And which of the following represents the group of students who have chosen history as their optional subject? So history as their optional subject is being chosen by F, G, I and J. This is by F, G, I and J. F, G, I and J. This is the option number B. So this will take some time. The first 5 to 7 minutes can be devoted by reading the statements and drawing this table. And once this table has been drawn, The remaining questions can be done within 30 seconds.